Well, let's go to the audio sound bites. We've put together a montage. This is hilarious. This is a drive-bys struggling to define the Obama doctrine. Now, do you remember during the 2008 campaign, the noted ABC World News anchor Charlie Gibson did an interview with Sarah Palin. And he asked her if she could explain the Bush doctrine. And the drive-bys collectively decided after hearing her answer that she had no idea what the Bush doctrine was, which was further evidence that Sarah Palin was an absolute idiot and unqualified and had no business being anywhere near Washington, D.C. to do anything, particularly be the vice presidential nominee on the Republican ticket. She couldn't explain, they said, satisfactorily to them, the Bush doctrine. Okay, well, let's listen to a montage of them, the drive-bys, attempting to define the Obama doctrine.
Has the Obama doctrine finally been defined?
We'll dig deeper on the new Obama doctrine.
If there is an Obama doctrine, would you define it for me?
I don't know that I have a bumper sticker.
Obama doctrine, neither too interventionist, nor isolationist, nor military focused, nor not military focused.
What do you make of the so-called Obama doctrine?
The Obama doctrine, a new balance between force and caution.
What is the Obama doctrine? Speak loudly and carry a soft stick.
What the hell is the Obama doctrine?
That's not the Obama doctrine.
Unconnected, ad hoc decisions, and that's the Obama doctrine.
What some are calling the Obama doctrine.
Obama doctrine gets more like a reaffirmation of something that we've seen in the past, the Powell doctrine.
People looking for the explanation of the Obama doctrine are going to be sorely disappointed.
It's almost like we want another speech.
They can't define it. There's not a soul out there that can tell you what the Obama doctrine is. It is absolutely hilarious. These are the same people that told you and me that Sarah Palin was an absolute glittering jewel of colossal ignorance because she couldn't explain the Bush doctrine. Can any of you explain the Obama doctrine? I can. I'm going to take another stab at it. It's real simple. I've got to be very careful here. That's the reason why I'm tiptoeing. I mean, I could say this, and leave no doubt, but I'm going to tiptoe around it. I'm going to get there. Don't sweat it, but I'm going to get there. What? What were you going to... Of course it's weakness, but obviously, like Cheney, we've got the soundbite coming. He was on Hannity last night. He's the weakest president in my lifetime. Yeah, no doubt. Why? You got to keep drilling down. Oh, yeah, okay, he's the weakest foreign policy. Is it because he's unqualified? Yeah. Is it because he thinks America deserves him? He does. He has a chip on his shoulder about this country. It's how he was raised. It's how he was educated. Look, when a guy writes in his own book that his first job out of college in a law firm, he thinks he's in enemy territory because he's at a capitalist organization. It should tell you something. When a guy tells you he wants single-payer, socialized health care, it should tell you something. When the guy assumes office, and even before he assumes office, apologizes for America in several foreign policy speeches, it should tell you something. And to me, it said a lot. The Obama doctrine is resulting from, it's based on the fact that he's got a chip on his shoulder about this country from the moment it was founded. In his mind, and you've heard me say this before, it was unjust. It was immoral. It codified the supremacy of whites and the rich and the elites at the expense of minorities, people of color, and the poor. It was a rigged game from the outset, a system designed to keep the elites elites and the rich rich and everybody else with nothing. It was a country that grew and expanded and became powerful by virtue of its illegitimacy. And it grew and expanded by virtue of not liberating the oppressed around the world, but rather going around the world and stealing the resources from other parts of the world and bringing them home and using them as our own. And of course we could become a superpower if we were going to be thieves. They never used those words, but this is what he believes. This country superpower status was never truly, honestly deserved. It was, and we were a superpower, but we didn't deserve to be, because we never, or we frequently, what would he say today? We frequently abandoned our values, and we forgot our roots, and we behaved in manners of our enemies. And so now this country has to be brought back down to size, because you see, to the modern American left, America, the superpower, was not real. If it was illegitimate, it wasn't deserved, so it's not real. It's just like they say that the 20 years of economic expansion started during the Reagan years. That was a quirk of fate. That wasn't real. The real America is all of the misery and inequality and discrimination that existed before that and has now returned. This is the real America. This is the new normal. This is what it is. America's glory days of the past were simply not real because they derive from illegitimacy and immorality. And as such, we didn't really deserve it. So the Obama doctrine is America needs to be cut down to size. The Obama doctrine is America is not anything exceptional. America is no better. America is no different than anywhere else in the world. And it's a mistake to think that we're better people. And that's what he thinks people are saying when they talk about American exceptionalism. I'm convinced, I've heard him talking about it, I don't know how to, 10, 20 times, and I am convinced he doesn't have the slightest idea what the term really means. Like most people, he has a knee-jerk reaction to it. American exceptionalism, he thinks people are saying, we're better people, and we're not. See, we had slavery, we were racist, and we were bigots, and we discriminated. No way we're better than anybody else. We've got a long way to go, in fact, to be better than anybody else. We've got a lot to make up for. We have to pay a steep price before we can even get back to the discussion of discussing whether or not we're worthy. Because that's what it boils down to. We really aren't worthy. We didn't deserve all the greatness that happened here. Because it didn't happen for everybody. It happened during teeming inequality. It happened during gross discrimination. It happened when there was just blatant unfairness everywhere. So there's no way this country could ever be considered exceptional. And he doesn't even know what it means.